Okay. If he started recording, hi, I'm Benavider. Okay. Now that I'm done drinking piss. Here's the thing. Originally I was on a thing of doing a multi-part, thing, and, but I realized that's kind of a dumb idea. I might as well just make a long duration of one. I mean, why would you want to... Oh, that van has passed. I decided just to make a multi-duration one, so there's not really gonna, like, you're gonna finish watching the part I filmed, like, a couple weeks ago, and then now you're gonna be watching this part now. That's because I've decided not to make 2 parts or 3 parts or whatever parts. I'm just gonna make one really long part, because I can do that, you know, it makes things easier. Plus, YouTube doesn't have their 15-minute limit anymore, so... whatever. Here, move forward a bit. There, I think I got it. No. But yeah, in this part, last part, I showed you how to, take off the crank, whatever, I don't know what it's called, and I'm not willing to learn what it's called, you know that. You can easily take that off with clamps or a monkey wrench, with whatever. Now this part I'm going to be cutting off right here, the back parts right here, and right here, because that's necessary to make it the way I do. The plus you have to take off this because these things are really fucking annoying. Brakes are optional. Like, I don't prefer brakes because brakes make things lame. It takes away the challenge of driving, because then it's like, you know, I can stop at any point. But if you have no brakes, then it's like, shit, you have to plan ahead. So, yeah. Okay, what I should do is, first off, first part I'm going to do is take off the back tire, because that's easiest. Am I turning it? All of these bikes that I've recently gotten, have all been rusty as hell, so most of the bolts on them are just fucked anyway. See, like, it's that bad. I could lift up practically the whole bike with how tight these nuts are, because of the rust, obviously. It's... Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, and, to give me something to talk about while I'm doing this shit, the camera that I'm filming with at the moment, in between these times of filming, I've got this hobby. And I'm sure I'm not the only person in the world with this hobby. It's my cameraman has one of those girlfriends that's kind of like control freakish, and it's always funny to try to, like, scare them by doing things that make it look like you're in danger when you're actually not in that much danger, and it's fun as hell. It's got, like, the greatest hobby in the universe, and my cameraman is laughing. So yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only one with this hobby, but it's fun as hell to do it. And but yeah, so as I'm performing my hobby, I know that my camera's waterproof. So what I do is I get my camera, close up the waterproof hatches, and then I whip it in. I just whip it in, and it scares her, and I'm like, haha, I got my little laugh in. And she hands me it. One of the latches is open, the thing is completely flooded. For the next 2 days, I have it leaving out in the sun, which actually leaving out in the sun actually dried it out enough for it to work at the moment. But I'm sure it has some sort of permanent damage to it, and the rice thing didn't work for shit, because obviously the rice has to touch every part of it, so that don't work. So I'd say it's best to leave it in the sun where it can evaporate, you know. But yeah, I'm not gonna stop doing my hobby. I just need to be more cautious with my hobby, I guess. But yeah. Where the fuck those clamps go? Oh, there they are. Oh, guess I didn't need those. There we go. Move. The steering was hitting him in the ass. Here, take him off for now. But yeah. Next, you have to take off any kickstands because obviously you won't need it after the transition. But this is one of several bikes that I have because my friends are like, hey, we want drift trikes too. Except for one of my friends. One of my friends, I'm not sure if he has a channel. I don't know. We'll just. He frustrates me, like, cause he is the biggest cunt you'd ever meet in your life. He's a complete wuss. He eats nothing but McDonald's. He claims that before recently he's never drinking milk, so he's like the biggest wussy ever. And yes, that is for real, is that he doesn't do a lot of that stuff. Like, I'm not making this up. I have no reason to. I bet I can find other shit to talk about while I'm building stuff. But yeah, he is the biggest wussy you would ever meet in your life. I bet if I started welding in front of him, obviously if he were staring at it, he wouldn't want to. But I bet if I, like, even started, like, grinding in front of him, I bet if I even started, like, grinding shit in front of him, he'd piss himself. Like, he's the biggest wussy you'd ever meet in your life. I just want to say that, and he frustrated me because, like, all my friends are like, yeah, this whole thing we're doing is awesome, but he's like, nah, it's lame, and I'm like, fuck you, you're lame. It just makes me angry. But yeah. I accidentally put my thumb on the thing when I started it, so it went for a bit longer than I'd expected. There we go. Just about got this thing off. This goes faster if you have a ratchet and you're not fucking retarded depth perception with me. Can you put those on yourself? Or no? It's difficult because my cameraman only has one hand, so here, I'll put them on, just don't film me while I'm doing it because it looks non-hetero. It's just weird. Anyway. But yeah, it's... It's funny, he's like blushing, he's like, I could have done it. He's dumb. Okay, whatever. You obviously have to cut the 4 points, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I should take this off in case I need it in something else. Here, pop an ear off. Leave it on, but if you can, pop one ear off. Alright. Yeah. You may be wondering, if you watch, like, I'm not saying you do, I'm just saying, like, I've got a really small fan base, like, retardedly small. I have 17 subscribers, And recently I actually just passed over the 6,000 view mark, which is what most videos actually get. So, yeah, that's cool. But if you happen to watch any of my other videos, you may be wondering, like, hey, he's much more talkative and shit. It's because I had complaints of me acting almost like robotic-like in my other videos, so I'm like, yeah, I guess I agree, I should act more human-like, even if it does make me look slightly stupid. I don't mind, I don't want to be that boring. If I could get this fucker off. But yeah, that's why I've been more, you know, the way I am. Yeah, there we go. Messing with these things is fucking annoying because they want to just slip all over the place because the front bearing. Here we go. Alright, now that this is off, can I? No, I can't. God damn. It's annoying as hell. Ow, God. Oh yeah, by the way, here, I'm gonna take mine off. Just take yours off. It's fine. Put them back on, but I'll try to... It's humiliating. It's hard to take those things off and put them back on with one hand. I bet I could do it, but just by the skin of my teeth. Not that I put them on with the skin of my teeth. Just saying. Anyway. But yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I've managed to get 4 other of my friends to get into this, but obviously that one kid that I don't think I mentioned earlier. Well, no, I mentioned him, I just didn't mention his name because obviously I don't want to have a bunch of 1,000 pedophiles following him. Anyway. Yeah, we were thinking about naming ours because it's like, oh, why not? That'd be cool and all. The bike that I recently made, and I showed you earlier in this video, that bike is going to be called Eternal Pain. And you might think, wow, that's kind of lame to name it something so hardcore when after all it's just a tricycle. Actually, I believe it's necessary because I've only had that bike for like a few weeks, not that long, maybe a couple weeks. Yeah, more or less. I'm not sure how long I've had it. But yeah, in those few weeks that I've had it, everyone who's ridden it has been hurt with it, like, and pretty bad. Like, many of us have cut up a lot of our knees, and it's actually nearly broken my, whatchamacallit, what's it called? Ankle. Yeah, ankle. Cameramen, don't talk! God. You saw me figure it out. God, just let me go, cameraman. Don't. God damn you. Anyway, but now I can salvage these brakes. Fuck you. Now I can get these brakes off so that I might be able to use them on someone else's trike in case they want one. Probably that pussy kid. But yeah. Anyway. And you should also take off this front reflector thing because it's just fucking annoying. It'll hit you every once in a while because these things like the bike I mentioned earlier, which is gonna be mine, Eternal Pain, is like the most annoying thing ever when that shit hits you. It's just like, it's annoying. But yeah, oh yeah, and I didn't mention the other bikes. I actually have 5 people who like it, and one of them is one of my friends. His channel's something like Kellykins or something. I don't know, it's kind of gay, and he's a dude. But he's not gay. He doesn't admit he's gay, at least. But his is going to be named Repetitive Fashion, and that also helps out the fact that he's hetero. And, but yeah. It is again. Here, film over there. So the kid over there, that's like the only cool Asian in the world. He's like the coolest chink in the world. He goes to a different school now, though. He used to go to my old school, but might as well just film him. We don't see him every day. But yeah, here, come around here, like right over here. But yeah, Kellykins actually he's making a bike. It's called Repetitive Fashion, and he's got a girlfriend, and her girlfriend's kind of, I wouldn't say she's a tomboy, but she's not a tomboy. Like, my cameraman agrees with me on this. She's not a tomboy, but she's cool. Like, she's tomboy, but in a hot way. Like, she's cool. But yeah, it's that also that also helps out the fact that I think he's kind of gay-ish, that he's dating a tomboy girl, so obviously he's looking for something in that order. I guess he's not willing to admit it, but yeah, I'm probably gonna get some crap on this, but anyway, well, as I was saying, here, oh, don't film me. Let me see that. There's no straight way to put those things on. It's gay. Anyway. But yeah, here, I'm gonna cut this. Ah, shit. Probably should have paid more attention when I was cutting that. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'll reinforce everything here. I was wondering, I was like, why is that cutting so slow? I don't know why this is cutting so slow. Of course, it's because I'm cutting through parts that I need. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'll patch that up. Anyway. I really gotta pay more attention. The blade's only so thick, and I recently changed my, one of these blades. You should have seen it. It was really small. They get much smaller than you'd think. But yeah, these blades are only so long, so therefore you have to like rotate it, because it's, you know, anyway. Here we go. I got it. Alright. There we go. And this is basically what it should look like. This bike's actually pretty small. Here, you could take off your shit now. I don't think I'm, I think I'm done. Anyway, obviously you have to grind this down much more. This you have to grind down more, and these, I might take these off, even though they actually look pretty cool. It's actually much higher. Ow. Stupid. It's actually a much steeper incline right here, because the other one has a less of an angle, quite a bit less, and yeah, this one actually looks much smaller. Now I just need to put on the front tire, which I might be able to do with one of the back tires, because I actually have a lot more back tires than I do front tires. Although getting a front tire isn't that difficult, so, yeah. Alright. End it.